Welcome back to another episode of the Hot Seat Podcast, brought to you by the Playbook Boys. My name is Wilson. To the left, I got my boy Anthony. Today, we'll be talking about some more player props for you guys, from underdog to prize picks. We got some good bets for you guys, so if you guys are looking to make some money here, stick around for the video. Listen to what we have to say, and listen to what my boy Anthony has to say too.
Listen to this vid, bitch. Yeah, we're going to be doing some NFC South bets in this video. If you missed our AFC South bets video, should be the last video posted on this channel. So check that out if you guys want to make some money, because you know we got them locks, got that money. Let's start off with the Carolina Panthers, I guess. I let off on the last one, so I'll let you lead off.
Yeah, sure thing. For the Panthers and Carolina, you know how to go with my boy Bryce Young.
Okay.
For his comeback season. I'm a firm believer in this bounce back year next
Comeback
year.
player of the year?
I don't know about comeback player of the year. He could be a candidate though. But his line at passing yards is 3,199.5 yards. That's only 300 more yards than what he had last year.
Okay.
And this year obviously he has a better receiving room than he did last year. Last year he had almost 2,900 yards. And he also missed one game. I know we have to take that into consideration when taking these lines. So as long as he stays healthy and progresses as he did last year, I think he's easily hitting over this. His best target was Adam Thielen last year, where he had over 1,000 yards, and now he's expected to be the wide receiver 2, maybe even 3 if Leggett steps up.
Yep.
So just imagine what Bryce Young could do in that situation. Are you taking that over too?
Yeah, mine is very similar to yours, because I took Bryce Young's over on the passing touchdowns.
Okay.
Everything you said, so similar. You got Leggett there, you got Terrence Marshall there, who hopefully could ball out. You got dudes there that one of those receivers is gonna break out next year, and you have Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen, who, in my opinion, are probably two of the best support wide receivers. Where they're just sure-handed, they're gonna get open, catch the ball. So you got those guys around. Let's say Xavier Leggett, they just want to go all in on him and make him their X receiver. All he needs is one of those guys to explode. Geno, Kirk, and Justin Herbert all didn't have fully healthy years last year, and all got more than 18 touchdowns last season.
Okay.
That's just one touchdown a game, and I think Bryce Young definitely could do that. I think this offense definitely isn't going to be putting up 3-0 spots anymore. They got to start putting up points, And if they're going to do that, it's going to rely on Bryce Young. Real quick, I was looking at the comeback player of the year odds. Bryce Young isn't on this, but you know who is? That's super weird. You're going to think this is really weird as a Broncos fan. Think of a random Broncos receiver.
Marvin Mims?
Nah. Weirder.
Joshua Reynolds?
No. I don't know if he's still a Broncos receiver. I'll give you one more chance.
It's not Jerry Jeudy, is it?
Nah.
No. Oh, is it KJ Hamler?
No, it's Tim Patrick.
Tim Patrick?
Why is he on these odds? I don't know.
I mean, what number is he? Is he pretty low on that?
He's pretty low, but
okay.
Why?
I mean, he did get injured, but that's kind of
He's not gonna have
weird. Yeah, he's not That's weird. That's pretty.
Tim
weird.
Patrick for breakout player of the year.
Tim Patrick over Bryce Young is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. What team you want to go to next?
I guess you actually start at the bottom of the list, so we'll go from the bottom up. I had the Falcons next, and I had Drake London on this. I think this one actually might be the easiest one out of the NFC AFC South. His line's at 999.5 receiving yards.
So you're calling this a lock?
This is the lock.
Okay.
This is the lock of the century. Okay.
Bang it.
If this doesn't hit, then I'm killing myself.
That was
but
allegedly.
But all I have to say is Drake London with a quarterback now that can actually throw.
That's all you need.
1,000 yards.
1,000, he could get that.
Even if it's Kirk or Penix,
It's better than Ritter.
It's better than Ritter. It's better than Desmond Ritter. He honestly could have had 1,000 yards last season if he hadn't missed one game. He finished with 905, but it's a massive upgrade from Desmond Ritter. Now they have Kirk. Penix might get up in the mix near the end of the year. I think the Falcons are going to do really good during the regular season, and I think he's really going to take off.
It's Kyle Pitts' team now, though. Kyle Pitts will crank 1,000. No, I like that one a lot. Like you said, bro, like all you need to do is give this dude a quarterback that can throw. That when they put up points, like he's that guy, you know? It's just the matter of putting up points at that point. Because like they played Carolina, the score is 9-7, he had 24 yards. They played Tampa Bay, the score is 29-25, he has 172. Like that should tell you all you need to know about like what Desmond Ritter was doing last season, bro. It was like atrocious, damn near.
Yeah.
But I also went with a similar route. Kind of like you, when you talk about like having a quarterback upgrade, you're obviously going to get more yards. I think Bijan Robinson's going to go over on 1050 yards because they got a coaching upgrade. Raheem Morris could go out there and do nothing, and he's a better coach than Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
So I feel like Smith was running way too much with Tyler Algier last year, even though Algier was like good and all that. But you draft Bijan Robinson so high, bro, he better crank 1,000 yards. You know, like that's embarrassing. And if like Jonathan Taylor in his second year hit that 1,800, Bijan I think could definitely step in there in the second year and hit 1,200, 1,300. If Kirk isn't ready to go week one, then Bijan could get like a really big kickoff in like, okay, like Kirk's not ready. Maybe Penix needs a little bit more time. So let's just fucking hand the ball to Bijan a fuck ton. And I think if he starts the season like that, like I think it's a snowball effect from there on out. And he definitely should get over 1,000. This might be my lock too, bro. These Falcons bets might be might be low balls.
I really wanted to mention that Bijan line too, because I was really deciding to choose either Drake or Bijan, so I'm really glad that you brought that up. Yeah, Arthur Smith is a really weird head coach. He loves to use his backups.
Yeah.
You know, he used so much Tyler Algier last year.
Johnny Smith.
That dude's just a weird guy. But yeah, no, I'm definitely locking that bet in. Honestly, I might put another leg on this parlay for that Bijan. Yeah, because like you said, it's just better coaching staff. I think they got a new offensive coordinator too. He's from the Rams as well. So I think, you know, what they see with Bijan Robinson, drafting him so high, obviously they're going to utilize him a lot more now in this season. Does
it scare you on your bet that the Falcons have, like, Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore now?
No, I think Drake London's the clear receiver one over there. I think he's a tier, maybe even 2 tiers above those guys too.
I put up 3-4.
Yeah, so it's I've no issue with that.
Okay.
Other person that might take some target share is Kyle Pitts, but then again, we already see from the last few seasons, you know, Kyle Pitts that. Is he really gonna break out?
Yes.
I know you're saying yes, but
every year he's gonna break out.
Every year he's gonna.
He's already broken out.
But does he though? I think I'll still believe him. I think I'll give him one more year. This is his last year though. This is his last year. If he doesn't break out this year, it's done. He's a bust.
It's done. He has his line's 750 yards. A little off topic, but would you fade or take over or under? Last season, Kyle Pitts finished with 667 yards.
I think I'll take it.
You would take it? I would take it too. I would add that. Out of three Falcons, like, no way all of them go over, bro. Right?
I think it could.
Really?
I think it could, honestly.
Shit.
I think they're going to be a really good team next year. I think they're going to have a really good regular season.
I mean, they are in, like, the weakest division. I do think they're going to make the playoffs, though. Lock it in. That's another bet. Lock that shit in.
Damn.
Oh, what are we? Saints and Bucks. Where are we going?
Let's go with the Saints.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, we'll go with the Saints.
Okay.
I got Chris Olave. This might be one of the tougher lines. I had kind of a harder time picking like which Saint
because they're boring as fuck, bro.
Yeah, they're a pretty mediocre team. But his line's at 1099.5 receiving yards, which is a little bit high. It's a little bit high, but
Let me hear you out, and I might fade you still, bro.
Another year to improve, okay? Obviously, still having Derek Carr, but, they drafted Spencer Rattler, which is someone that might come up later in the season. But I feel like another year to improve. That means another year for this guy to hit over 1,000 yards. He had 1,123 yards last year while missing one game. And I think he should be able to hammer this again. Looking at the other lines and everything, regardless it'd be Derek Carr or Spencer Rattler, I think he's going to be able to get that. And I think he's going to get his first Pro Bowl selection.
Really?
I think he's a Pro Bowler.
Okay.
Yeah. I really like Chris Olave. Especially, he's a clear-cut receiver one over there in New Orleans. I think Alvin Kamara, he's getting older. I don't think he's going to get as much receiving touch now as he used to. So I think Chris Olave is really going to step up once more.
I'm fading it still. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy you said you like Chris Olave because now, I'm not fucking with your confidence on it or nothing. But I think Chris Olave is only as highlighted as he is because the Saints are so boring. It's like if you're going to talk about the Saints, you might as well talk about Chris Olave because, they have literally nothing going for them. I don't think Rattler's going to get the touches that he probably should next season. I believe wholeheartedly that Derek Carr is so ass. But the only way I think Rattler gets in there is if Carr gets hurt. And then maybe if Rattler balls out, they start starting Rattler. But I don't. I took Rashid Shaheed under on 675.5 yards. Because in no world should Rashid Shaheed be your wide receiver too. With Cedric Wilson, A.T. Perry, and Equinemius St. Brown there, one of those guys definitely should, ball out to the point where they become the wide receiver too. It's just kind of ugly for me. Derek Carr being there QB1 is ass, So it's Rashid Shaheed I definitely don't think will have as big of a season as he did last year. I feel like he's just a big play guy at the end of the day. Maybe he has a couple big plays. Make it on ESPN a couple times. Good for you, brother. You're making more than me. But I just don't think you're going to crack 675.
Yeah. Yeah, you really said it when you say, when it comes to the Saints, you really just have to talk about Chris Olave because that's the only really good thing going for them, honestly. That's really their only bright piece. And it sucks for him, honestly. But, he's building his stats up, I think, as long as he has a quarterback that can throw to him, I think he'll get 1,000 yards. I don't think Rashid Shaheed is gonna get it. I think he had 2-3 good games last year.
He actually had a big year last year, bro. 720 yards.
Yeah.
But it's just it seems like such a fluke, It does. I could look at the game log and see how it looked. But to me, this might be wild, but I think Olave's a wide receiver too. Is that crazy? He had a 153-yard game last season, bro, on 3 catches.
Olave receiver too.
I think a high-end wide receiver too.
So a T. Higgins type of receiver.
If I want to win a championship, I want Olave to be a wide receiver too. I don't want him to be my wide receiver one. Is that a hot take? Y'all let me know. But it's I would much rather have a DK Olave connection than Olave and whoever's in that. Whoever would be the best wide receiver two next to Olave.
So you think Olave would be kind of like a Jordan Addison type of receiver too?
Yes, but way better, a higher scale Jordan Addison.
Okay.
Because I do think he's good. I just think he's overrated. That's it.
You think Olave's overrated?
I do. I feel like people kind of put him in conversations with Garrett Wilson, for example, and I think Garrett Wilson is a tier higher than him for sure.
A tier higher? I don't know about a tier higher.
Maybe not in
Wilson,
fantasy, but as a receiver, bro, Garrett Wilson does literally everything better than Olave.
I don't know about that.
Hey, I'm here for the takes, and maybe I'm a hater. But I don't
like Chris.
Maybe, and maybe it's because Derek Carr is his quarterback too.
Yeah, you fucking hate Derek Carr.
But also Garrett Wilson's career quarterback, Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Crazy? Maybe. Let's go to the Bucs.
Let's go to the Bucks. Tampa Bay, baby.
What you got?
Do we both have Baker on this or no?
No, I didn't take Baker.
Okay. I got Baker.
Okay.
I got Baker Mayfield, 3,650 passing yards over.
Okay.
I think he's in the prime of his career.
Really?
Yeah, I think he
the
is.
prime Baker. I thought Oklahoma was.
Except for Oklahoma. Except for party boy, frat boy, Baker Mayfield. He's found a home in Tampa Bay, throwing for over 4,000 yards last year. Making the first Pro Bowl selection too. Mm-hmm. There's no reason why he can't repeat that again with basically the same squad he's had. It's crazy because this line is set 400 yards less than what he threw last year.
That is insane.
So,
but 4K is also insane.
I think he could do 4K again.
You know, I think he can too. I did not know they got Sterling Shepard. I think that's a big ad. But I think if Trey Palmer, this might be another hot take, bro. I'm going to be shooting him. But this team is so much better off if Trey Palmer could end up as the wide receiver 1 on this team by the end of the year.
Trey Palmer?
He's their young receiver. They took him last year. So if he just blows up this year, because Mike Evans and Godwin, bro, they're both. I mean, Godwin I don't think is good anymore, but Mike Evans definitely is still good. Godwin is mid. Maybe Trey Palmer wide receiver 2 and then wide receiver 1 the year after that. But Trey Palmer has to start climbing up this depth chart because, how much longer is Mike Evans going to be producing at an elite level? You know, he's such a big athletic freak that. Oh, Trey Palmer he needs to slide in there and start a new generation in Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Evans, he's definitely getting older. They also just added Jalen McMillan too in the draft, so that's another guy. Even if he doesn't hit 4,000 yards, as long as he hits over 3,600, that's a banger right there.
Banger. I like that one.
Yeah.
4K for Bake. 4K Bake.
4K
Nothing
Bake.
wrong with that. I'm taking this one. Actually, is my lock of the whole 2 videos we shot today.
Okay.
Rachaad White over on 5.5 touchdowns.
Just touchdowns?
Just rushing touchdowns.
Rushing touchdowns?
5.5, brother. Listen, he's going into his junior season. I feel like that's usually when players start to explode. Mm-hmm. First season, he had 1 touchdown. Second season, he had 6 touchdowns. 5.5 should be realistic. They drafted Bucky Irving, but I don't think Bucky really takes touchdown touches away from Rachaad White. Chase Edmonds is there too, but Rachaad White should be the running back at the goal. He's a workhorse, bro. Bucky might get some touches, but Rachaad White is their running back, you know? So it's we're not really – I'm personally not worried about Bucky Irving or Chase Edmonds. I think Rachaad White is starting to go under the radar, but I would put him in a Josh Jacobs tier next season.
Josh Jacobs tier?
He's the horse.
I think I'd still take Josh Jacobs over him. But so last year he had 6 rushing touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
His line's at 4.5, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be crazy if I faded your lock?
Fade my lock. Fade my lock. I dare you. Why are you fading that?
I don't know. I do like Rachaad White, and the line doesn't seem that bad. But I just don't know what the coaching staff, what they think with Rachaad White. Like you said, they drafted Bucky Irving. You don't think he's gonna take much of his touchdowns, but it's still another running back they drafted in the 2nd round or something, or 4th round.
Did you like Bucky Irving going into the draft?
I like Bucky Irving.
Okay, I didn't. I think that might be another reason why I wasn't too high on him.
Yeah, so obviously we both have different aspects with Bucky. Rachaad White, he's a good running back, that's for sure. I feel like he's on the ground a lot more, but then he gets touches receiving as well. I just don't know. But he could hit it, obviously.
It could be possible.
But
I don't think that's a valid fade. I don't think you gave me enough there for that to be a valid fade.
I'm just not confident enough with Rachaad White. I feel.
But you would fade it, you would bet against that.
I think I would bet against it.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't hit 1,000 yards. That's just yardage, obviously. First season he had 1 touchdown, but I think What, that was with Lenny or something?
Yeah.
But that was like towards the end of like his career.
But that was like coming off of playoff Lenny. You know, that was kind of like we saw. It's kind of like what I saw Chase Brown and Joe Mixon last year. Like where it's kind of like, okay, like we know this guy's gonna overtake this guy eventually, you know. So that's when they moved on from Lenny, and then he had 6 touchdowns in his first season as a full starter. Yeah. So you're telling me he can't get 6 again?
I just don't know what they're gonna like utilize with like him and like Bucky. You know, they could do those. I think Rashad White will get more of the splits, but you know, I don't know. It really just depends. What if Bucky goes out there and goes for like has like a Devon A-Chain game? They're like, oh, we want to give this guy some touches too.
Well, if he did, I'm pretty sure Raheem Mostert had more than 6 touchdowns last year too.
Yeah.
So I think Rashad White is probably a better running back than Raheem Mostert.
I would say so, yeah.
So I'm confident in him, but y'all let us know what you think at home. You faded me, you tailing me, Rashad White. Come on, bro. It's easy eats. Eat it up.
Let us know if you want to make some money. We got some more player props for you guys. We're gonna be going through the whole league, right?
Every division. So
every division.
Your favorite team was hit here, then you already know what we did. Stick around for some locks on other favorite teams around the league. That was a really dumb way to say that. I was trying to say, if we haven't hit your favorite team, stick around because we're going to hit your favorite team eventually. We could hit Dak Prescott. We could hit Aaron Rodgers. We could hit your mama. So don't play with us because running the plays here, we're at 200 subs, on the road to 300, on the road to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, subscribe, follow, run the play.
Run the play.
Run it.